We'll start the India quiz right away. Very simple. 34 questions. Questions 11 to 20 are starred and will be used for tiebreak. If tiebreak still persists, the first wrong answer will act as an eliminator. I hope that's clear. No negatives. So we'll go to the first question of the quiz. Local question. Harihara Kala Bhavan, Secunderabad, hosted a Ishin Ryu karate demo on 26 March 1997. The demo was given by the disciple of Shihan Hussaini, and the chief guest was DG and IGP of the then undivided Andhra Pradesh, H. Dora. The disciple who gave the demo was given a title either as a reference to the speed with which he moved or as a reference to Hanuman. The title stuck and continues to. Who got his name from this event? Pawan Kalyan, or our own power star Pawan Kalyan, got his name from this demo, which he gave in 1997. All right, we move to the next question. In August 2004, Ram Nivas and Krishna Kumari, their last names withheld, in the village of Bhagana in Hisar district were blessed with their fourth child. They already had 3 daughters. All 3 had typical North Indian names. Sarita, meaning river, preceded Meenu, a synonym for goddess Lakshmi, who in turn was followed by Nisha, meaning night. What did they name their 4th child? Another daughter, reflecting a decision to have no more children. A name which came into Indian sporting consciousness in 2022 and also this year. Antim Fungal is the correct answer there. All right, we'll move to the next question. Okay, 2 videos coming your way. In the recent years, Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi dancers are experimenting with verses written in non-Indian languages. ID the civil rights activist and feminist icon, whose words accompany these recitals.
Many people wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model's size. When I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say, it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenally. I walk into a room just as cool as you please, and to a man the fellows stand, or fall down on their knees. Then they swarm around me, a hive of honeybees.
All right, that was the first video. And this is the one in which you will hear the voice of the civil rights activist and feminist icon. And there is a specific line which says, while I am dancing. It's not referring to the dancer here. It's just the poem, right? Let's play this.
Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't take it awful hard, just 'cause I laugh. Does it come as a surprise that I dance? Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hopes springing high, still I rise. Out of the hut of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past rooted in pain, I rise.
All right, so question, simple. ID the civil rights activist whose poem is being recited and all. Maya Angelou is perfectly right, and that's her words which have been said to Kuchipudi and Bharatanatyam. We'll go to the next question. The Toda tribes, who live in the hills surrounding Udagamandalam, have a song composed in the 19th century about a unique and powerful beast that was created. Women from the tribe would sing the song twice daily when they saw or heard this beast. UNESCO recognized this beast in 2005. What is this beast? Be a little specific. Fantastic answer. That's a Nilgiri Mountain Railway, which came twice a day. All right, we'll go to the next question. The Paika rebellion of Odisha in 1817 against the East India Company had many causes, including the closing of ports and an imposed salt monopoly by the British. A major source of consternation was when the EIC introduced a policy of taxes having to be paid in silver coins rather than something else, the traditional means of exchange in the area. So what is this which was the traditional means of exchange in the area, which was replaced by silver coins and caused a lot of consternation, leading to a rebellion. Kaudi is the only answer which we will accept. All right, we'll move to the next question. This set of footprints on Chandragiri Hill is believed to commemorate Chandragupta Maurya's last few years in Karnataka. When describing this whole Chandragupta Maurya's last few years in Karnataka, in one episode of his Echoes of India podcast, historian Anirudh Kanisetti uses what exclamation from a 1837 children's short story as his title. We'll be a little generous. So long as you're in the ballpark, that's fine. I don't want the exact title of that children's short story. We'll be generous, so long as you tell me what it's pointing to. Emperor's new clothes, or emperor has no clothes, or the emperor is naked? All right, we'll move to the next question. Okay, through a collaboration between their brand 1-8 and Puma, which Indian's company designed this shoe? The gold stitching pattern on the side references this person's main line of work. The shoe also, typo there, has the date 18/8/2008 engraved. Virat Kohli, who made his international debut on 18/8/2008. All right, we'll move to the next question. A bachelorette party in the West is called a hen do or a hen night. The term is surprisingly recent, with its usage dating back to less than 100 years ago. One explanation for the name is that because chickens were female, Manchester slang referred to a party of women as hens. However, the tradition is more likely, according to a bunch of articles, to be inspired by the Middle East or India, where women have gatherings before a wedding. What practice? I'll accept two names, Mehendi and Henna. Okay, we'll move to the next question. This traditional border pattern, used frequently in many South Indian sari weaves, has two names referencing its shape. The less commonly used name compares it to the flower of the screw pine, this is Tarambu or Ketki. What is the other name, alluding to the shape of a common sight in South India? Gopuram is the answer which we will take. The next question. When Wahida Rahman entered Bollywood, she was just 16 and couldn't even sign her contracts. She fondly remembers working with Devanand Gurudutt, whom she considers her mentor for the movie CID. However, she was stubborn with regards to one thing. So much that her refusal made Gurudutt and Raj Khosla take 3 days before they finalized her for the film. They tried to convince her by citing examples of other stars who had done the same. What was this proud and straightforward refusal from Wahida Rahman? Anything to this effect? Refused to change her name or insisted on her name being Wahida Rahman? Now we come to the start questions from 11 to 20 on. Part points are available. The Taj Mahal is the first Indian monument to have a feeding room for women to breastfeed their babies. What logic did the ASI use while choosing this monument to be the first Indian monument to have a feeding room? Or what was the reason they gave for why they chose Taj Mahal? She died while delivering a child, and so they kind of made this the first monument where they would have this facility. All right, we'll move to the next question. One of the reasons the Pampore Valley in Kashmir venerates the Sufi ascetics Sheikh Sarifuddin Wali and Khwaja Masood Wali is for introducing a certain plant to the region. What flatbread, you can see image of that flatbread, characteristically flavored with the plant in question, is the town famous for and a major part of the local celebrations of the Sufi saints. Now I want a specific answer here. I want you to name the flatbread and the plant in question together. Order doesn't matter. Saffron sheermal or sheermal with saffron will get you points. Okay, we'll move to the next question. The Lakshmi Vilas Palace in Vadodara has bovine figures at most doorways and entry arches as a visual pun for what name? You can see the arches, the pillars there. What is this visual pun? Gaikwad is what it is referring to. Gai Kawad, which is the cow entrance. Right, we move to the next question. While there are different theories regarding its geographical origin, according to linguist Abhishek Avtans, a lecturer of Indic languages at Leiden University, this food dish takes its name from Gritapura, which is Gritpur, whatever, due to the large presence of ghee. ID this dish in this divine poem. Picture is in the next slide. We'll just see that. The poet offers it to Lord Krishna. And who is this poet? So the yellowed line kind of talks about Grita something, which is the referring to that food dish. And the last line, I've blanked out the poet's name. So if you read that carefully, the last line, and if you can read Devanagari, you should be able to get to the poet. Ghevar is the dish. And yes, if you see, that goes Meera Ke Prabhu Hari. That's her signature, right? Meera Ke Prabhu. All right, we move to the next question. Centuries before X found a house on rent in Y, it was home to rowers and their boats. The water in the nearby canal was shallow, so they used long bamboo poles to row through the water. Y was derived from the word for bamboo wielders. Historians say Y came up in the 14th century. Tughlaqs were known for the canals they built. There is evidence that a canal was formed from the northern extremity of the city. He built called Firozabad and probably went up to where the Red Fort stands now and then into the Yamuna. That is if you know the geography of the city which we are talking about. However, Dalrymple refers to this place Y wrongly in city of jinns, owing to a change of letter in the name as a city of cat killers. Name this place Y, made famous by Gulzar in recent times while narrating his story in Delhi and X. Balli Mara and not Billy Mara, as Dalrymple translated it wrongly too. We'll move to the next question. The original draft was written in Vermont and set entirely in Rajputana. Then the author discovered a book with maps and geographical markings by 19th century Indian civil servant Robert Armitage Tyndale, and used it to lend authenticity to this work. The author borrowed a spelling from Sterndale's work, blanked from the image, and retained a part of the original draft where a key character expresses how he had broken out of his prison in Udaipur. ID the author and this word. Kipling is correct, and he used Seoni, which is Mowgli's jungle, Seoni, and that's what was blanked out from Sterndale's book. All right, we move to the next question. The 32nd Sangha Assembly constituency has no geographical boundary and is the only one of its kind in India. There are 2,881 registered voters, including both men and women, from the state's 111 recognized bodies. The electors are not limited to just one constituency, but are widespread across constituencies of the state. They vote in the same polling booth as everyone else, but are provided with a separate EVM for their voting. Which state and who are these voters? Sinkim and monks, or nuns, will also get you points there. All right, we'll move to the next question. March 5th is observed by people of a state as Zoramni. Look at that Zoramni carefully. To mark the first of a kind of event where the IAF was asked to bomb an Indian territory. Which state? Mizoram is the state. All right, next question. This is an acclaimed art installation by Dalit artist Rajeshri Gudi, referencing a 1927 march of thousands of people. I mean, those pebbles are a indicator of the number of people, the thousands of people, led by Dr. Ambedkar. Which village of Maharashtra did this agitation take place? Like how Gandhi made salt at the end of the Dandi March, I mean, broke salt from the sea and all. What was the act of defiance at the end of this march? This is the Mahad Satyagraha, and they finally drank water from a communal tank. Identify this only UNESCO World Heritage Site in Telangana. The visual is just a portion of the complete structure. Ramappa temple or Kakatiya Rudreshwara temple, both will get you points. The next question. This logo draws inspiration from the vibrant colors of India's national flag, saffron, white, and green, and blue. It juxtaposes planet Earth with the lotus, India's national flower, which reflects growth amidst challenges. The Earth reflects India's pro-planet approach to life, one in perfect harmony with nature. Below the logo, there is Bharat, written in Devanagari script. Which logo? I mean, public consciousness this year. G20, which has been super in your face all through this year. Okay, we'll move to the next question. A popular story about Chinna Reddy, a native of Rangavaram village in Tamil Nadu, goes like this. In 1930, while keeping a vigil on his banana farm, accompanied by his pet dog, a wild animal pounced on him. Reddy fought back and managed to kill the animal. Inspired by this legend, a company launched a certain brand which can be found in many households and street corners. Which brand? This is the Cheetah brand. What ubiquitous items are available in the following colors? Chocolate brown, greenish yellow, fluorescent blue, lavender, bright yellow, stone grey. Currency notes, Indian currency notes, the new ones. Okay, we'll move to the next question. When Sahir Ludhianvi wrote these lyrics for, sorry, there's a typo there, Yash Chopra's magnum opus Kabhi Kabhi, he probably didn't foresee the lasting impact and immortality it would receive. Yet it continues to live on. There's this Google Trends you can see here, and you can see the spike on Independence Day 2020. So two parts to it. Which song is this from the movie Kabhi Kabhi? And why this spike on Independence Day 2020? Dhoni's retirement, and which song is this? Main pal do pal ka shayar hoon. Part points, yeah. Right, we move to the next question. So you'll see a video, shows some features of a particular KLIP site. The search pool shows water being pumped by motors, each weighing 2,376 tons with a capacity of 139 megawatts, lifting 1,000 million cubic feet of water per day. What apt name from the world of entertainment have these motors been given? That's the first part. In KLIP, K stands for Kaleshwara. What is LIP? This is what it looks like. There's not much to gain out of it, but you've kind of seen that. So the first part, what name from the world of entertainment have these motors been given, these motor pumps? And if K is Kaleshwaram, what is LIP? It's a standard generic term used in these settings. Bahubali pumps is the name, first part. The LIP is Lift Irrigation Project. We move to the next question. There's this poem below, and what you'll see is an image in the next slide, which has the poem written on a placard and kind of installed in a place. So I'll just first go to the image. That might give you some ideas. This is where that poem is there. This placard is here. Right? And now if you know this, so the poem is basically trying to describe where this location is. Sarojini Naidu, Tangburn, Hussain Sagar. Cool, we move to the next question. So what you will see now is again a video. This identify this person who's also a singer. This song wasn't written by him. Actually, it was written by somebody else, but he's just singing it. 2 N-word political entities are named in the song. Give both. Actually, you should be able to hear the political entities as well. Gadar is a singer. What are the 2 N-word? Nizam and Nazi. We'll move to the next question. Talking about an important moment in his professional life, Dada Abdullah's was no small case. The suit was 40,000 pounds. Arising out of business transactions, it was full of intricacies of accounts. Part of the claim was based on promissory notes. So this guy, again, continuing about his professional life, he also talks about how the case was ultimately settled when his opposite party, Tayyip Seth, was allowed to settle his claim in installments. Whose first big case? Mahatma Gandhi's first big case. He went all the way to South Africa to fight this case. Next question. In 2014, an Odisha-based journalist and social activist, Dr. Subhash Mohapatra, filed a case against Amir Khan Productions. The petitioner claimed that Amir Khan Productions in the year 2012 had filed various trademark applications at the Trademarks Registry Mumbai for exclusive rights to use a particular term as a trademark for goods and services under various classes. It was also contended that in the petition that the term was exclusive property of all Indian citizens and could not be trademark property of a private individual. What had Amir Khan Productions filed a trademark for in connection with a project they had undertaken at that point in time? Satyameva Jayate, they had the audacity to ask for a trademark on something like that. Look, we'll move to the next question. 1857 also saw an uprising in Hyderabad. Many people don't know that there was one in Hyderabad as well. When this Pathan, you can see some image painting of him, attacked the Hyderabad residency, the home of British rulers, with around 5,000 rebels on 17 July 1857. He was captured and sentenced to Kalapani. He escaped. A reward of 5,000 rupees was set on him, and soon he was shot dead. His legacy continues to live as his name, or a corruption of his name, has become a byword for bravery and heroism. Now, when I say byword, either you name this martyr or corruption of his name, which has entered the local lingo, and very often, not just as a byword, but also ironically as a byword for bravery. It is Turram Khan, not Tismar Khan. This is where Turram Khan, which is corruption of Turrebaz Khan, comes from. We come to the last three questions of this quiz, prelims. While India Post has released several commemorative stamps, all day-to-day mailing uses definitive or special definitive stamps. The first set of definitive stamps released in late 40s had old religious places of interest such as Golden Temple in Amritsar, the Bodh Gaya Temple, Kandariya Mahadev Temple in Khajuraho, and the Jain temples of Palitana. In the next release of definitive stamps in the 50s, what kind of structure was on the 1 Anna stamp, perhaps reflecting the government's priorities for its modern India initiatives through the 5-year plans? I want a generic name. Dams, if you had to be specific, this is Jharkhand's Talaya Dam. All right. The penultimate question of the prelims. Kasur is a Pakistani city 50 kilometers away from Lahore. History holds that Kasur was established as a city by the Kheshgi tribe of Pashtuns, who had migrated there in 1525. Myth and sentiment, however, holds the city as a twin with Lahore, and so there have been centuries of rivalry between the cities. What does the myth hold as origin of Kasur? Correct. Lahore was supposed to have been founded by Lava, and so Kasur is supposed to have been founded by Kusha. So twin with Lahore and the rivalry from then on. So long as you have Kush or Kusha in the answer, just give points. Cool. We come to the last question. You will hear an audio. In 1981, playback singer Mahendra Kapoor, who's mostly associated with devotional songs and Manoj Kumar's patriotic numbers, came up with the album M3 Disco Fantasy in Hindi, which covered somebody's disco tracks. M3 stood for the 3 M's, Mahendra Kapoor, the co-singer Musharat Nazir, and the M borrowed from the original artist. So listen to this clip and tell me who the third M was.
रानी कल क्यों आई तेरी याद रानी हाँ मुझे बहुत दिनों के बाद कुछ ऐसा लगा सोया हुआ दर्द फिर ऐसा जागा हाँ ऐसा जगा रानी आई याद तो तू भी आजा.
Boni M from where third M comes from. Volunteers, can you start collecting the answer sheets? Right, we are going to the answer sheet. If you have not submitted your answer sheet yet, then well, your answer sheet will not be considered.
कल क्यों आई तेरी याद रानी. हाँ मुझे बहुत दिनों के बाद कुछ ऐसा लगा, सोया हुआ दर्द फिर ऐसा जागा. हाँ ऐसा जागा रानी आई याद तो तू भी आजा.
I'll call in the order of scores, and you can come and pick the seat you want to sit in. The topping the quiz with 30.5 points are the CIDs from Kerala. Captain, VR and Rishi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 1. Coming in second with 28.5 points are Peter Panchali, Ramki, Sachin, and Prithvish. Guys, a big round of applause. These guys have traveled from far away. A couple of guys from Bangalore. One person all the way from Nilambur in Kerala. Rajiv, Preetham, and Srinath make 27 points. Please come along. Ani, Bala, and Nitin are actually local team. Nabbed, please come. The next team to qualify are Ong Bong Chong. The next team to qualify are at 25, Shubhadeep, Sanya, and Manu. Please come on over here. I think this is again a Kerala, Maharashtra combined. Bombay and Kochi, is it? Trivandrum, sorry. Hastily put together, Krishna Bhaskar, Sivakumar VVS, and Ravi Mundoli. And the last team to qualify on 23 again, Leo, Prashant, and Zaman. Please come. Teams, the format is very simple. We'll have a written and a finals pounce. The returns is 12 questions and pounces are 24 questions. Right? So, simple and straightforward, broken into 2 sixes. And 6, 12, 6, 12 is the way we will go. Team name, team 1 is CIDs from Kerala. Team 2 is, what are you calling yourself? Hyderabad Nawabs, it seems. Make it Sunrisers Hyderabad Macha. At least that too, somewhere we can see them come in the top 3, hopefully. What's your team name? Ong Bong Chong is the third team. You guys are Peter Panchali. Team 4 is Peter Panchali. And you guys are ROTF. ROTF. Remembrance of Things Fast, as it stands if it's fully expanded. We have Turum Khan is team number 7. That is the answer. Turram Khan, sorry. First question of this Kaikuu 2023 51st year of K Circle. Right, you will hear this as well. Similar to the algoza, this set of flutes is used in Rajasthani folk music, usually found in same or differing sizes. The differentiation is done based on usage of each flute. One is used to generate a droning voice, other is used for melody. Which instrument is this? Which might remind you of a city or district in Maharashtra. Not that it's of great use, but it's nice to listen to. So we'll just play. Satara is absolutely right. This is a satara. We'll go to the next question. While the main leaves used are boiled in the process of making this, polyphenols are extracted into the water. These act similar to phenol red, which changes color according to the pH of the mixture. The final color is obtained when baking soda is added along with milk. What distinctive regional accompaniment is this? It's a beverage. What is this regional beverage, famous. Kashmiri noon chai, which is pink in color because of baking soda and milk and the pH factor which influences the whole thing, it becomes a pink chai. Okay, we'll go to the next question. The story of this food, XY, is tied to the names of Mirza Agha X, who was a general under Siraj-ud-Dawla, and his tragic story with Y, a dancer who he falls in love with. This story inspired the bakers of the area to name X's favorite bread after these star-crossed lovers. Since Bengal was a hub of merchants from across the subcontinent, it became popular throughout. So what is this bread named after these star-crossed lovers? Yeah, this is the Bakar Khani from Mirza Agha Bakar and Khani who he fell in love with. Next question. The MC Mishra Committee report had highlighted vulnerabilities in the region way back in 1976. The report stated that the area, and the town in that area specifically, was geographically vulnerable as it was on ancient landslide deposit of sand and stone and not on main rock. Undercutting by the Alakananda and Dhauli Ganga were just making matters worse. Which constantly in news town is this? Joshimath is right. Fifth question. In 1861, Reverend James Long was convicted in a defamation case filed by the Landowners Association of British India, the Englishman, which was a newspaper, and some litigants from a particular community. The case was filed as Long had published an English translation of a particular work which caused embarrassment amongst the litigants. Long himself received support from the local intelligentsia, with his fine being paid by a Bengali author. Which work had he translated? Excellent answer. That is the Neel Darpan, which depicted the plight of indigo workers and the whole indigo problem in India by Dinabandhu Mitra. All right. The last question of the written. This question involves two musical duels and three legends. In 1956, Ketki Gulab Juhi from film Basab Dahal, X couldn't quite understand how he, that is the character he was singing for, could lose to Y, one of the greatest voices of Indian classical music. A decade or so later, in perhaps the most famous example of musical duel, X was now on the other side, where he couldn't understand how he, as a classical trained singer, could lose to Z, who wasn't classically trained. So who are these three singers? I don't want you to say X. I mean, order doesn't matter, labeling doesn't matter. Give me the three people. I'll give you 5 points for I'll give you 3 points per right answer, but you get 10 only if you get all the three correct. Bhimsen Joshi, Manna Ade, and Kishore Kumar is nicely done. All right. Scores, team 1, 20. Team 2, 20. Team 3, 30. Nicely done. Team 4, 33. Nicely done. Team 5, 10. Team 6, 60. Superb answering there. There's one team which has just cracked the scene on this one. Team 7. 1-3, sorry. And team 8, 40. Nicely done there, team 8 as well. We'll go to the first question. We'll go clockwise. Team 1, you're ready. Pounds, negatives, -5. I don't know how familiar you are with the idea of pounds. Pounds is where teams which know the answer put their hands up and they write the answer apart from the team for which the question is a direct to. So if you shout the answer from behind, then it just becomes an unfair advantage to everybody and we might have to scrap the question. So I'll ask you for your patience before I come to you for the answer, right? Thank you so much. So team 1, CIDs, you're ready? This is the pradakshina as we call it. 24 questions passing with pounds. Midway, 12th question onwards, we'll have the return again and then do it anti-clockwise, yeah? Up pradakshina as we call it. So there's an image which will follow. Originally a Mughal import. Right? I mean, this came in along with Mughals, and Akbar made it quite famous. Colonial influence had, by 1850s, diminished this handicraft until it was reintroduced by Savai Ram Singh II of Jaipur to discipline a select set of people. The program worked and spread to similar groups in Ajmer, Bikaner, and later under the British across India. The output from these groups, very often marked CP or CJ, was coveted and received commissions from the Viceregal Lodge in Simla and Viceroy's house in Delhi. While these antiques now fetch excellent prices at auctions, the purpose of equipping those folks, right, with the craft failed because of being viewed only as a temporary disciplining effort. Now, there's a revival effort to get this handicraft back with the same group of people. Which handicraft is this? Who are the select group of people, or who are them, the select group of people, now that the revival is underway? So I've just put an image of where this handicraft is. I'm not telling you, pointing to what the handicraft exactly in this image is. This is from, if I'm right, one of the large mansions in London or something, where this handicraft was procured, and the pounce is open still. Generic is fine. So we'll go to team 1. Team 1, do you have an answer? The pounce is closed.
Which is the handicraft part?
Okay. Tribals, beels, and all. Team 2. That's 10 points to you fully there. So basically, this is carpet making or dhari making, and this was done for prisoners of beginning at the beginning from in Jaipur, spread across the country. Team 1 gets +5 for getting part points on the carpet piece. Team 2 gets a +10. Team 3 gets a -5. Team 4 gets a +10, and Team 8, 10. Right? Well, we have gone on to a good start. We've got scores happening, which is nice. Question to Team 3, which is the fresco, basically. All right. You'll see a 15th century fresco in Ayutthaya, Thailand, showing a scene that took place in the ancient town of Pawa, which is the present-day Fazil Nagar in Uttar Pradesh. Showing one interpretation of the event, Chunda, or Kunda, I don't know how to pronounce it, the son of a blacksmith is cooking wild boar. Why is this event significant? Cooking wild boar. Question is with Team 3. I see 3 pounces. I'll wait. I'm closing pounce now. The pounce has been closed, and we have seen pounces. Question to Team 3.
Buddha's last meal.
That's an excellent answer there. This is basically showing Chunda cooking Buddha's last supper, essentially, as it stands. There is an interpretation, the Theravada interpretation is Buddha had a meal of wild boar, while the Mahayana interprets it as he had a meal fit for a wild boar. But either way, this is Chunda who's cooking wild boar. So lovely answer there, Team 3, +10 to you. And Buddha is supposed to have died because of poisoned pork which he ate, or the wild boar which he ate. Points to Team 1, 2, 3, and 4. All of them get +10. Lovely answering there, Team 3. Question to Team 4. Sailor and environmentalist Dr. Vishwas Yevale conducts an annual sailing endurance event. You'll see larger images in the next slide. Called the Jal Dindi. Starting at Alandi, boaters must sail 450 kilometers along the Indrayani and Bhima rivers for over 12 days. The most recent Dindi saw Asian Games bronze medalist Vishnu Saravanan participate in it. What land-based annual event inspired the Jaladindi route? Or give me what is the end point of Jaladindi? There is clues available if you look closely at these pictures. Question is with Team 4. Pounce is open. I see pounces from 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8, right? So only 5 and 7 have not pounced. I'm closing pounce now. We'll just come along. Pounce. You're direct.
Yeah.
Team 4.
Yeah.
What is the answer?
Pandharpur.
Pandharpur is absolutely right. This is the annual Varkari Wari Yatra which happens, and you can see the same folks here in this boat. They're also there singing abhangs. So points to Team 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. Get +10. 5 and 7 did not pounce. 5, it's your direct. So 2 parts to this question, sorry. The first external broadcasting service of AIR started in 1st October 1939 with the onset of World War II. It was to counter radio propaganda from Germany directed towards a country which had held historic attention of the British for over a century by then. Their most recent addition, that is AIR's, not Germany's, was in 2016 when a website and exclusive app was added to a pre-existing regional language broadcast service. Before 1947, this region had been advocating for independence. Ironically enough, a rumor on All India Radio about the region wanting to accede to India led to it getting absorbed into Pakistan. So 2 parts. What was the first language used in external broadcasting of All India Radio? And what's the language or region being targeted in the 2016 effort, which is through a website and an app and all of that? A very wordy question, so I'll wait. Team 5, it's your direct. 2 parts to the question. I see team 2 is pouncing. -5. Teams 4 is pouncing, and I'm closing pounce now. Yeah. Cool. Teams 1 and 2 have pounced. We'll go to team 5. Team 5, your question.
Yeah, so we'll say the first language was Sinhala, Sinhalese, second Sindhi or Sindh. Yeah.
We'll go to team 6.
We'll say first is Sanskrit and the second is Sindhi.
Brahvi.
And 8.
Pashto.
Okay.
And Baloch for the second.
And that gets you your 10 points there. So Britain was obsessed during the Great Game with Afghanistan and invasion happening from Afghanistan. So Germany was trying to provoke them by doing propaganda in Pashto. So which is why All India Radio started to do counter radio propaganda. And of course, Baloch has been a thorn in the flesh of Pakistan, and we have actively encouraged it. So Baloch or Balochistan will get you the other part. Okay, plus 10 to team 1, plus 10 to team 2, and plus 10 to team 4. Question is with team 1 again. Okay? During the Second Anglo-Burma War in 1853, Lord Dalhousie visited the city of Pai in Burma. He was so impressed to see the pagoda made at Tayung School of Architecture by an artist named Mong that he wanted to replant the structure in India. And he did so, transplanting it into a park where the pagoda became a very big tourist draw for much of 19th century. In the 90s, during an event in an adjacent facility which borrowed its name from the park, fireworks that were set off ended up burning much of the pagoda, which has since been rebuilt. What is the name of this park, which lends its name to the adjacent facility? And what is the 90s event which happened in the adjacent facility and burnt down this pagoda? This is the original picture of how it was. Cool. So I see pounces from teams 3, 4, 6, and I'm closing the pounce. Okay, 3, 4, 6 have pounced. Question is with team 1. Team 1, do we have an answer from you?
We'll say the first part is Chaitya Bhumi. Chaitya Bhumi.
Chaitya Bhumi. Second part is? Okay, I am passing you.
We'll say the Cricket World Cup.
Cricket World Cup in Chaitya Bhumi.
No,
next to Chaitya Bhumi. Okay. Question to team 2.
Eden Gardens.
Eden Gardens.
90s event is end of the match, they set up the firework. We'll say Hero Cup Finals.
Hero Cup Finals. Team 3, you guys pounced. Team 4, you guys pounced. Team 5.
Eden Gardens and 96.
Eden Gardens and 96 World Cup is all it took, basically. Full putting together of answers from the other 2 places. Well done there, Team 5. Keep up the good work. The answer is actually Eden Gardens, which takes its name from the Eden Gardens, which is actually a park next door. And yes, during the 1996 World Cup ceremony, the pagoda got burnt down because of fireworks, display, and so on and so forth. 5 points to team 1, 5 points to team 2, 10 points to team 3, 10 points to team 4, 10 points to team 5, and 10 points to team 6. Cool, all guys done? In the next slide. The Basilica of Our Lady of Graces, Sardana, UP, is the 4th oldest basilica in India, built by possibly only Catholic ruler in India. It opened its doors in 1822. The basilica contains an impressive image of the ruler with courtiers. The ruler, when converting to Catholicism, took the name of someone famous from 3 centuries earlier, perhaps as a tribute to the ruler's partner. ID this ruler, and ID the person from whom this ruler took their name when converting to Catholicism. You see the person on the left. What's written underneath is really irrelevant. I want 2 parts. Who was this ruler? Second part is, who is this, whose name did this ruler take when converting? Team pounce is open and I'm closing pounce. Are you pouncing? 4? 4 is pouncing and 7 is pouncing, and I'm closing pounce now. 7 started, so I'll check their pounce first. No, I don't want the partner's name. I want 3 centuries before, whose name did this person take? Okay? From 3 centuries before. 2 teams have pounced. Question is with team 6. Team 6, take it away.
The Wakeham Sandhu and Jonal Park.
bang on there. This is Begum Samru, and her partner was a German French mercenary. So his name was Reinhard Le Sommer, who became Le Sombre, and so she became Samru. 3 centuries before. She's 1400. Oh. Okay, so I'm sorry about that. What I will do is, I'll not give negatives on the pounces, but I will continue giving points for whoever got it, right? So you guys got very easily, luckily, and bad error from my end. Team 6, you get a +10, and this is Begum Samru, and she took her name when she converted Joanna Nobilis Samru from Joan of Arc. Question to team 7. I mean, this is a video of a charged up music video which got released in 2018 in collaboration with fellow activist and tribal chieftain Prakash Boyer. The video or the track or the music's name, that piece's name, is a throwback to Godavari Parulekars organizing affected tribes into a revolt against the state's exploitation in 1945. So basically, they were throwing back to 1945, revolt against the state's exploitation. The video in response was in response to the government threatening to destroy an urban forest, cornerstone for the local ecosystem and home for several Adivasi tribes. So give me the name of this original movement. A hint of it is there in the music video, which you will see. And which urban forest was saved as a result of this movement in 2018? The original movement was in 1945. Okay, pounds is open. I see team 1 and 4 pouncing. Question is with 7. Okay, 1 pounds and I'm closing it. Okay, question is with team 7.
Doesn't say
Okay.
And you won the 1945 movement in old Hyderabad, no?
I didn't say anything about Hyderabad. If you're trying to get something.
We'll say the
Gadchiroli, okay. Team 8.
RA Forest and some Papi Kondalu vegetation.
Okay. Tumhare or uno jare. One.
RA Forest for the second part and Varli for the movement.
I'll give that to you. That is the Varli movement, basically. That's why you saw the Varli, that is the Varli artwork. Question 10 plus 10 to team 1. Tough luck. 5 to team 7. And plus 10 to team 4. And question is with team 2. In 632, the Prophet performed Hajj, and on his return, he stopped at Ghadre Khum and made an announcement with Hazrat Ali beside him. Rana Safvi, in her book, narrates the story of Amir Khusro being present at the Kanka of Bu Ali Kalandar in Panipat, and the latter requesting him to sing something in the praise of Hazrat Ali. Khusro set this call of Prophet to music, making it arguably the first Qawwali. Which Qawwali is this? Question is with team 2. I see 1, 3, 7 are pounced, and I'm closing pounds now. Question is with team 2. Yes.
So this is where Prophet announces that Ali is his successor, and that Qawwali goes like Ali, Maula, Ali.
Maula Ali is also a place in Hyderabad, but that's not what I want. I want the exact phrase which was used. Team,
Ali, Mauli, yes.
I'm passing to team 4.
Should I say?
Shall I pass you?
Yeah, Ali.
Oh, man, nice. Team 5. Team 6. Mankunto Mola is the exact Qawwal. That was the phrase used by the Prophet, which is why I can't give it for anything else. So let's give away points here. Team 6 gets +10. Teams 1 and 3 get a -5. Oh, sorry. 1 gets a 10. 3 gets a... Which 2 teams pounced? Oh, yes. 3 and 7 get a -5. And question is with team 7. Alice S. Candle owns one of the largest private collections of Buddhist art in North America. She collected these during her travels in India over half a century ago. Candle has been dispersing her collections for over a decade. She gave 220 artifacts to the Smithsonian Institution in 2010, something even the Dalai Lama approved of. Her first visit was in 1965 to somewhere, when as a student at Harvard, she took leave for 3 weeks to be with her friend. It's that friendship that gave her proximity and access and enabled her to have this collection. What event was her friend taking part in? Team 1 has pounced. Question is with team 7. Team 8, no, that's not the right answer.
Is this, she was friends with the Beatles, and when they came to Rishikesh to be with Mahesh Yogi.
Nothing to do with Mahesh Yogi here. Team 1, you pounce. Team 2 pounce. Team 3.
Woman who came and got married to the king of
10 points to you. I'll be nice and give it to you. She was a friend of the woman who married the king. So, but still you got the point. Yeah. So her friend was Hope Cook, who married the king of Sikkim in 1965. And there was a coronation which happened. And she attended that. And so she started accessing all of this stuff. Teams 1, 2, 3 get plus 10. Question is with team 4. Okay. So attempts to this exercise have been recorded by Abul Fazl ibn Mubarak and Muhnot Nainsi in the 17th century. The Raj finally managed to do this in 1871-72. And in 1931, a specific variant of the exercise was conducted for the first time. The first Indian to take on the post to run this exercise was a person called R.A. Gopalaswamy, who refused to listen to a fellow Indian from Cambridge who was keen on applying a new method to run this exercise. What was the specific variant undertaken for the first time in 1931? Something which has been in news this year as well. I want the specific variant. I'm being very clear. What was the Indian scientist suggesting? The variant. What variant was he suggesting as a replacement for the exercise? So let me explain to you. There is something which started by the Raj in 1871. 1931 saw a variant of this exercise, right? And this guy suggested that, boss, scrap this entire thing which you're doing. There is a different way to do this. What was he suggesting as a replacement for this entire exercise? Not just the variant, but exercise which was being done. Right? For the first one, I want a specific variant. I see team 7 pouncing and nobody else pouncing. So I'm closing pounce now. Team 7 has pounced and question is with team 4.
Okay, so first part is caste census.
Okay.
Second part, you want a what, right? Not who.
Not a who.
Okay.
What was suggested as a replacement?
Basically, instead of counting everyone, he wanted like statistical sampling to do it. So just like
and who was this?
Mahalan.
Yeah, that's your complete answer there. 10 points to you. So this year there has been this lot of this hawa about the caste census which was undertaken by the Bihar government and released and so on and so forth. So the first caste census was undertaken in 1931. And Mahalanobis suggested that get rid of the entire census itself, do sampling exercise. Okay. Question is with team 5. After her Miss World win, Rita Faria was unimpressed by the showbiz aspect of the pageant, annoyed at press following her every move. But there was no way out as Faria had to serve as the ambassador for Miss World Foundation for a whole year. This role saw her going on a whirlwind of tours. One such destination was with actor-comedian X during Christmas. This visit resulted in a major political controversy in India, where the photos of her in the skirt with this person and signing off caps for the audience was strongly disapproved of. This issue was discussed in Parliament, and there were threats that her passport might be impounded. What was her destination, and who is X? So for destination, the generic is enough. I don't want you to be specific. Like, I don't want you to say Hyderabad, India is fine. Pounces are from, हाथ थोड़ा जब तक close करते थोड़ा उठा के रख लो ना, 1, 2 and 4, and pounce is closed, right? Cool. You've seen. Okay. I close the pounce and then you raise the hand. I'm sorry about that. So question is with 5. The answer?
First part is Vietnam.
Okay.
Second part Charlie Chaplin.
Second part is Charlie Chaplin. And team 6? Okay. 10 points to you there. This is Vietnam and Bob Hope. Tough luck to team 4 who said it was Korea and Bob Hope. So pounces, 1, 2 get a +10, 4 get a -5, and 6, well done on that with Vietnam and Bob Hope. And 5 get a 5 for Vietnam. Question is with team 7, yes. Nice one to end the first half of the quiz. While history says Sagol Kangjai was invented during the rule of King Kanga sometime between 3rd, 4th century BC, the myth of the origin is far more interesting. Gods themselves came to earth to celebrate the establishment of this kingdom. It was then that Marjing, the guardian of northeast direction, decided to create Sagol Kangjai. He took away the wings of his mount, Samadon Ayangba, took a bamboo root and made the Kangdrum with it, and so started Sagol Kangjai during the annual festival of Lal Harabo. How do we better know Sagol Kangjai? And who are this tribe whose kingdom gods themselves chose to celebrate? Pounce, 1, 2, 3, 4 have pounced. 5, 6, 7, 8, nobody pouncing? 6 ka hai. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 have pounced. 6 have pounced. And 8, I hope you will also pounce so we can end this first half on a bright note. Okay, 8, I'm closing pounce. Okay, pounce. Everybody is pouncing, which is good. Please write the answer. I'll just come on. Okay, team 7, if you close it, we can just do the honors and give points to everybody on this. 7.
Arthur?
Yes.
That's Meitei, Manipuri and Polo.
Yes, and that's a lovely end to the first half of the quiz where everybody's got 10 points. Well done, everybody. So we are midway to the half finals and we'll take a look at the scores now. ROTF leading at this point in time with 120 points. Close on the tails are CIDs from Kerala and Peter Panchali. There is Hyderabad Nawabs. Why did you change the name not to Sunriser? Please change that first.
Yes, please change.
Right. Okay. So that's the scores, folks. We'll move to the anti-clockwise round. First, we'll start again with written. 6 questions and 12 pounds questions. What you'll see the video when I play it, she started her career as a TV war correspondent for NBC in Asia. She produced one of the first documentaries on the liberation of Bangladesh called Dateline Bangladesh. Daughter of Biju Patnaik, sister of Naveen Patnaik, she would achieve fame as a writer. Who's this?
Even though they are paying for the world's indifference, Indians do not forget the tragedy of Bengal. Months after the first refugee exodus, Indians are still collecting money for the victims of the army crackdown and still hoping they...
Okay, so who's this? Geeta Mehta is absolutely right there. Next question. Kasturi Ranga Santanam was born in 1895 at Madras. He obtained his law degree from Law College, Madras. Santanam also served as the first editor of the Indian Express from 1932 until 1940. In 1944, Santanam became the Joint Secretary of the Sapru Committee. Santanam was elected to the Constituent Assembly from Madras. Post-independence, in 1962, he was appointed as the chairman of the Committee on Prevention of Corruption. The recommendation of this committee resulted in the establishment of which apex Indian government body in 1964? Let's go to there, right next to Balaji, yeah? The CVC, which is the Central Vigilance Commission, which was established. All right, we'll go to the next question. You'll see a video again. Prasanna, this is Saba Azad, whose funky dance moves created quite a stir at Lakme India Fashion Week in 2023. She is part of a band called Mad Boy Mink, which also features the curly-haired artist seen with her. He is the son of a famous actor father. The father also directed his son in his only directorial venture titled Yun Hota To Kya Hota. ID the father-son duo. Now, this is a little bit of a hazy video, however. We couldn't find anything better. All right? So identify the father-son duo. Nasiruddin Shah and Imad Shah is the right answer. In March 2023, the Punjab Haryana High Court became the first court in India to decide on the bail plea of an accused with reference to something unique. The bench was led by Justice Anup Chitkara, who was hearing the bail application of an accused arrested in June 2020 for alleged rioting, criminal intimidation, murder, and criminal conspiracy. Justice Chitkara assessed the reply received from something, first of its kind, and rejected the bail plea of the accused on the basis of his experiences and decisions given earlier. What was unique about this judgment? He used ChatGPT to decide the plea and then decided that this ChatGPT, whatever response it gave, was not good enough. And so he said, I cannot take this as the answer. And he kind of said that I'll base my bail plea response on my experiences. So ChatGPT was used for the first time in the Indian court. Okay? The dynasties of Sirisangabo and Pandyas were in conflict for a few centuries. Sometime in 13th century, Madurai Pandya ruler Maravarman Kulasekara Pandyan led a successful campaign and with a small army and kidnapped something from the place where Sirisangabo was there. The Sirisangabo patriarch Bhuvanekabahu sent his own son as a peaceful emissary to beg for the return of what was taken and agreed to a truce. What specifically did the Pandyas bring back? Tooth relic from Sri Lanka, which the Pandyas brought back. We'll go to the last question of this written quiz. B.V. Keskar was elected to the Constituent Assembly from United Provinces. After independence, he was later elected as the Minister of Information and Broadcasting. He was a devotee of classical Indian music and worked towards its revival through radio. As a minister, he banned popular film music on radio because he believed they lacked respect for high culture. He also banned the use of harmonium for being an adaptation of a foreign musical instrument. What else did he take down or discontinue from the radio because he felt it was a colonial pastime and an unpleasant reminder of India's unfortunate colonial past? Cricket commentary is absolutely correct there. Okay, let's go to the points. Teams 1. Team 1, 40. Nicely done. Team 2, 40. Team 3, 60. A round of applause for Team 3 here. With Team 4, 40. Team 5, 30. Team 6, 20. Team 7, 50. Nicely done again. Team 7, 50. And Team 8, 45. Striking distance, ROTF was in the lead, and they again have slipped back to the second position, or third, yeah. Oh, everybody is right there. It's going to be an interesting fight. 12 questions to go, anti-clockwise. Question to Team 8. Yeah? Dhajji Devari, a 200-year-old tradition, does not use concrete or nails in building the Devari, which is walls of houses. Instead, it uses interlocking wooden shapes packaged with stone, brick, and mud. These houses are not rigid and tend to jiggle. Their facades, which look like a dhajji, it's a Farsi word, a common object or craft in such climates, gives their name. Ideally, this object which gives the dhajji, and dhajji Devari houses have been favorably mentioned in certain reports, notably ones from 1885 and 2005 in Srinagar and Kashmir, but also August 2023 from Simla. Which reports or why did these houses stand out? What's so unique about them? Image, yes. You can see the facade, what it looks like. That can help you with why it's called dhajji or what is dhajji. And that's the method which is being used. We talked about...
The method is not helpful.
Huh? The method is not. It's...
That particular thing, arrow pointing that...
That's the facade. How does it look like? That is a representative of the dhajji. Team 7 is pouncing. Question is with Team 8.
Okay, for the first part, we'll say the objects or crafts are like shawls and carpets, those kind of weaving, woven items like that. For the second, these houses are, we think, earthquake resistant. So when there were earthquakes in these places, these were the only houses left standing after the thing was over. So that's how the houses stand out.
All right. So I'll pass to Team 6. Kangri, the hot pot. Okay. Team 5.
Second part will go with the flood.
Okay.
With the flood resistant. And first part. Now we about the carpets.
Carpets. Team 4.
Okay. Okay, flood resistant and the fireplace, what he said, Tangri.
Kangri. Oh, you mix. You're trying to do a chimp. Okay. Team 3.
So Dhaji is basically a woolen hat or woolen headgear, basically, to keep your head warm. So Dhaji uda diya, basically, you knock off your head. And basically earthquake.
Team 2. Team 2, we'll pass.
Yeah, say headgear and flood resistant.
Team 1.
What is this headgear?
Headgear.
I will say resistant to floods and all that they stand out. Natural does also like floods. Winter clothing like sweater.
Sweaters. Just miss. Okay, let's go. Wait, let's go to Mahesh first this time. He's been,
So the events are landslides.
Okay, what is the first part? Hats. No. Let's go to the other person. Yeah. You, man. Quilt is the perfect answer for the first part. The G is basically quilts. This is like patchwork quilts. That's why they all look like patchwork there. Right? So that's the right answer. And the second part is, I'll not give it to anybody. It's earthquakes. And team 1, you get +5 for the earthquakes wala funda. Pounced. Okay, team 7 gets a -5. Thank you. Question to team 7. Okay. One supposed origin of this place's name is that it was given as Inam by the Vizianagaram king Pusapati Pedda Vijaya Ramaraju as a token of gratitude for the help rendered against rulers of Bobbili in 1757. The Inam was ratified by Salabat Jung, who would later become a Nizam. Over the next 2 centuries, this gift would maintain its status, but for 3 times when it was occupied. Finally, in 1954, a coup saw the overthrow of the ruling order and a treaty of secession signed in 1956. The handover, however, was delayed till 1962 until the end of an event on another continent. So 2 parts. How do we better know the Inam? What other event delayed the transfer till 1962? It's your question, Bala. Team 1, 2, 3, and 4 are pouncing. Team 8 is also pouncing. So I'm closing pounce now, and I've closed pounce. Will not accept any more answers. The 2 you guys have done. Close pounce, I saw. All right, question is with team 7.
It was to do with de Gaulle's transition from de Gaulle. Okay. And that's what delayed the...
I'll pass you to team 6. Algerian independence is the second part which I was looking at. So Yanam gets its name from Inam, apparently, and it got corrupted to Yanam. So lovely answer there and putting together by team 6. Tough luck, team 7 on that. Everybody got it. Team 7 gets a +5. So question is with team 5. Sometime in 16th century, as part of gifts to the Mughals, paintings from West started coming into India. Emperor Jahangir is credited to be the first ruler in India who saw the value of propaganda in paintings and adapted a specific practice from these paintings, which became very common in representation of kings. What practice? What was the influence which created this practice? They are very closely linked, so if you get one, ideally you should get the other. And I see only one team pouncing. Team 1 is pouncing. I have closed pounce. 5, you want to take away the answer? Okay. Lovely answer there. That's all it is. There is nothing much to it. What Jahangir did was he started putting halo to himself. That is when the practice of all kings and rulers started putting halo behind themselves started, and which is a practice we have seen for a while. And he borrowed it from Christianity. So points to 1, 2, 8, and 5. Simple answer, simple question. Question is with team 4. This set of word pair is something like if you say the one word, the other word automatically follows more often than not. Let's say khana, pina, bread, butter, something like that, right? This set of word pair in Hindi language have different meanings and origins to them. The word A is derived from Mongol for friend or comrade and got corrupted when it came to Hindi, Urdu via Persian, and today refers to someone employed. The word B is from Sogdian for personal soldiers of nobles and kings. While the word moved to Persian and ended up being used for any person in service of a superior, by the time the transition ended in Hindi, the word came to mean a groom. a groom referring to horses. Which word pair? You get one, the other one should follow. Okay, lovely. I see teams have pounced. Team 2 has pounced. Team 8, Team 7, and Team 6 have pounced. Question is with Team 4.
Naukar Chakar.
Naukar Chakar. That's how you get the word pair. Are nice. Points to Team 2, Team 8, Team 6 and 7. Yeah, 6 and 7. Question is with Team 3. Let's get a little farther, no? So question is with 3. In Hindi and other major Indian languages, the name of the produce is derived from an African coastal country. This was because South Asian cultivars originated from this country and Portuguese propagated the cultivar across South Asia. Whereas in Telugu, the name of the produce is derived from an older name of a Southeast Asian capital city, as the city was a major export hub of the produce for the Dutch. Give me either the two names of the produce or the African country and Southeast Asian capital city. I'm giving you two options. Okay, I see teams 1, 2, and 7 pouncing. Team 4, are you pouncing? Team 4 is pouncing. Team 5 is pouncing. 6 is pouncing or not? Pouncing. And 8 is pouncing. So everybody is pouncing, and question is with 3. So no need to close pounce. Let's go and check. Okay, pounces are done. Team 3, it's a straightforward, easy question.
Mozambique, and we'll say Batavia and Jakarta.
Well done on that. This is, the Telugu is Battai. We call it Battai Pandlu, and Battai comes from Batavia. And that's how we have one flora question somehow inserted into the finals. Let's, everybody gets Team 7 gets a -5. Everybody else gets a +10. Question is with Team 4. Oh, sorry, Team 2. Okay, based on this X, which you'll see the image in them, these instruments are classified as Delhi X, Palitana X, German X, etc. German X's, now out of production, were made from a stiff alloy and so capable of higher decibels. So due to this, what subset of users prefer German X's? Delhi and Palitana X's are made from a softer brass-bronze alloy, which results in softer, more mellower tones. Consequently, which other subset prefers instruments made from them? If this helps you, this is the thing. This is a German version of this X. All right. I don't see any pounces. The pounce is closed. Okay. Somebody wants to pounce. Anybody else wants to pounce? All right. So the pounce is closed now. Question is with Team 2. Do you want to take it away?
The first one we say, because they're louder and stuff, it's used in a military or a police context.
Okay.
Sure. The same subset, second we say is women.
Okay. Team 1.
So the first one is really church instrument, church bells and all that.
Okay.
In basically regular musical instruments.
All right. Team 8.
The first one is church organ makers, and the second is harmonium users.
All right. Team 7.
Bands.
Okay.
And the second is the church users. I mean, the people who do it for religious.
I'll pass you. This is Team 5.
One group is Hindustani musicians and the other is Carnatic.
Okay. Team 4.
Okay. Second is temple.
Okay.
And first one is church.
Team 3. Hopefully this comes to the audience and somebody has.
So the first one is temple bell ringers.
All right.
And the second one is singers, basically.
Okay.
Or as accompaniments.
Right. So audience, we've got one question moving. Let's see, Rana. Flutes, no? Okay, I'll kind of stop it there. Actually, this is the reed which is used for harmoniums. Because of how hard they are, depends on who uses it. Like, So the way they play is very different. So a tough one, but a nice one, and a superb answer from SRS there. Well done, SRS. You got there. So I will give you 5 points for harmonium. You got somewhere there, and so I'll be nice to you. So harmonium for team 8 gets +5, and team 6 gets a -5. Question is with team 7. And there are 6 questions left. These group of residents are termed Chit-Bodoli people, and a 2023 scroll article by Anandita Ghosh talks about the various problems they have encountered. With hardly a political voice for decades, they have had to survive on their own, suffering from isolation from their neighbors. Some of them stated how they felt it was necessary for them to overtly project their nationalism in order to increase the presence of state machinery in their areas, given their historical background. Who are these Chit-Bodoli people? If you know Chit-Bodoli, you should be able to derive to what this is. I see pounces here. Team 2, Team 8, Team 4. Pounces are close. Team 7.
Indians who live in those enclaves in Bangladesh, in those parts where they are in Bangladesh.
I will give it to you. I'll be nice and give it to you. Don't give more answer and get a negative, or I'll pass. Okay? So the point is very simple. These are called Chit Mahals, which are these enclaves within Bangladesh and India. And there was this large land boundary agreement which was signed in 2015 when a bunch of these enclaves became part of India, and these people inside that, they're not still treated well and so on and so forth. So that's who these people are. So we'll go to the points. I've given you 10 plus 10 to 7, plus 10 to 6. You guys didn't pounce. Plus 10 to 5, plus 10 to 4. You guys didn't pounce. Plus 10 to 2, plus 10 to 8, and a -5 to team 1. And the next question is with team 6. 5 questions left. Easy ones coming up. These are traditional Buddhist paintings. There's an image in the next slide. Commonly found in Tibet, Nepal, and Northeast. They derive their name from the local words meaning taken from water. Per legend, the first such paintings were painted in Bihar when Bimbisara asked his court painters to paint a portrait of Buddha. Every time they looked at Buddha, they were left in awe of his radiance. Sensing this, Buddha suggested an alternative technique which is reflected in the name of the painting. What is the name of this painting, and how was the first such painting created? So these are the paintings. So I see team 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of them pouncing, and I am closing pounce now, right? Question is with team 6. Okay? That's it. That's as simple as that. It was he said that since you are awed by my radiance, just look at my reflection in a pool of water, and team 1 didn't pounce and team 7 didn't pounce. Everybody else gets a +10. You've seen your scores. Team Peter Panchali is just holding on to the lead by some 3 points from SRH, and hastily put together 3 points behind Peter Panchali. Let's hope these last 4 questions are entertaining. And all right. The question, Tanka, and reflection, you guys got it? No, those guys got it. Your question, 5. Your question. Thank you. So you'll see a larger image of this perfume bottle. This is an iconic perfume created by Guerlain in 1920s. It is said that 1 bottle of this perfume is sold every minute. Guerlain drew inspiration from many Oriental and Indic themes for this perfume. Which historical figure is the cap of this bottle based on? There you see the cap. Okay, I see a pounce from team 3. And I don't see pounces from anybody else. 1 and 3 have pounced, and I'm closing pounce now. Let's go see. 1 minute, huh? Okay. I've closed pounce. Oh, you had your end? Cool, I'll come back. All right. Question is with team 5. 5. Ashoka? No. 2. 10 points to you. This is the famous representation of Mumtaz Mahal in all the paintings of hers. And that's the headgear of Mumtaz Mahal. And that's what was used by Guerlain for their perfume Shalimar. Let's give points there. Team 1 gets +10. Team 3, you get a -5. Tough luck. Team 6, -5. And that's it. Okay, question is with team 1. The last 3 questions. This ubiquitous food item was considered a taboo not so long ago for many Indians. Its origin in bakery with eggs consumption by foreigners led them to treat it with suspicion and even hostility. There was even an uproar in East, I don't know how to pronounce this, on the consumption with tea by English-educated Bengalis. To occupy this market gap, Lala Radha Mohan started his company in Delhi in 1898. While it succeeded in reaching the untapped market, the name suffered due to its generic nature, and other manufacturers started using the 2-word term. The company was finally acquired by a giant in 1951. What is the name of the company or product? I don't want the name of the company. What was taboo? What is considered a taboo? And which Lala Radha Mohan later made, right? That I just want what they made, what food stuff they made. The company had strict rules for employment, which was their USP, and it helped them appeal to that section in advertisements. What did they convey in their advertisements? Or what was the rule of employment which they had, which they used as USP? I don't want a brand name and all. Simple, straightforward food item. I see 1 pounce from 8. I don't see any other pounces from other teams. All right, I'm closing pounds now. Question is with team 2. Oh, sorry, team 1, sorry. Team 1?
We'll say the product is biscuits, basically.
Okay.
And they conveyed that it's like, okay, it's prepared by, upper caste people using like vegetable oil. There's no component that a upper caste person cannot eat, basically. Touch or whatever. Yes, vegetarian.
I heard the final word, which is what I wanted. Basically, this is basically they said they'll biscuits. Biscuits were a big taboo for quite a while. Today we take it for granted. Lala Radha Mohan essentially created the Hindu biscuit company and employed only Brahmins and upper caste Hindus for making these biscuits. So +10 to team 8, +10 to team 1. Question is with team 8. The penultimate question of this quiz. Before 2 questions. Once again, thank you so much for coming at the 50th year of our club. A bunch of outstation guys. Thank you so much once again for coming over and participating in these quizzes. And I hope you have another day and a half of good fun. Question is with team 8. Akbar passed a decree by which Central Asian, Indian Muslim, and Afghan horsemen were paid better than their Rajput counterparts. This was on observing a certain practice that Rajput riders did while getting into battle. Abul Fazl notes that this approach was taken by the Rajput for the large part to ensure their honor was not lost, and also observed that this practice could prove quite effective against cavalry charge and even gunfire. What practice which the early Rajputs put to use, but was seen as inferior in Akbar's time, and by the time Akbar's reign ended, Rajputs had mostly stopped this practice. This is specific to Rajput riders getting into battle. I see team 1 pounds. Question is with team 8.
So we think that this has to do with wearing a turban while going into pagadi while going into battle. So if it gets knocked off, your honor is lost and stuff. So
7.
Helmets and armor.
6. 6, can I pass you? 5. 4.
Okay, they would dress up their horses. They would have armor on their horses. And
nothing to do with armor on the horses. 3.
They would tie themselves to the horse so they don't fall off.
Or run away or whatever. Basically, they are not.
Okay, nice one. 2. 2.
There's no flanking maneuver. They just charge full front.
Okay. Anybody in the audience? Wait. Let's go to somebody right at the back. Rama. Oh, no, nothing. Here? Side saddle. Arun. Nothing to do with opium at all. Okay, so I'll actually come because I think Dada was close enough, but it is the other way around. What they would do is they would be always worried that the horse would turn skittish and run away from the battle. So Rajput horsemen would ride till the battle, get down from the horse, and then charge into the battle so that they don't lose their honor because the horse is scared of the battle or something like that. And that was what they did to kind of preserve their honor, but that was seen as poor horsemanship, and so they were paid lesser. Now, incentives work well, so they saw that they're not getting paid, so they started riding horses into battles, and that's how Rajputs changed their practice of riding into battles. -5 to team 1. Final scores? Sure, why not? You guys are ready? -5 to 1, otherwise everything remains same. Shall we see? Okay, Peter Panchali, no, Hyderabad. SRH is on 205. Well done, guys, well done. Hastily put together, guys. Well, a tight fight there. And then we have 198, which is Peter Panchali. So it can be anybody's game now, as Ravi Shastri would have said. Quiz is the final winner. So let's go and see the last question. The final question, teammate, yours again. One of the earliest attempts to do this was by the Pallava Narasimhavarman in 7th century, who wished to protect it from sculptors. In 1908, Governor Arthur Havelock tried to use 7 elephants to accomplish this task, seeing a potential danger to the townspeople. What were Havelock and Narasimhavarman in vain trying to do? I see pawns from 1, 2, 3, 8, 7, 6, 5. Everybody is pouncing. It's 8's direct question. I hope, once again, everybody goes away on a high is why we put this question right at the end. We'll go around. Anybody not pouncing? Put up your hand if you're not pouncing, boss. Okay. Team 4 is not pouncing. Team 6 is not pouncing. 4 and 6 not pouncing. You're pouncing. I said put up your hand. Don't if you're not pouncing. Your girl is not pouncing.
No, now you can discuss answer.
Whose question was this? 8. 8.
So in Mahabalipuram, there is this precariously positioned rock, which could be a danger to all these people. And these guys wanted to move it somewhere where it's safer. This one, I think, is Krishna's butterball.
+10 to you there. That is the Krishna's butterball. This is the way it looks, how precariously it stands. A huge thing. Once again, thank you so much for coming. We'll just give out the scores there. +10 to 8, +10 to 7, +10 to 6, +10 to 5. 4 didn't pounce, so +10 to 3, 2, 1. You have the scores? Is there a tie? Let's just do a joint first place and get on with life.
Scores.
We have a tie. Right? We have, is the second place very clear? Second place is absolutely clear, huh? Second or third place. CIDs from Kerala take the third place. Congratulations, CIDs. Well done, coming all the way from Bangalore and Nilambur in Kerala. And tied on the first and second place, joint first place, we have SRH winning. Hey guys, big round of applause for SRH, man. And yeah, hastily put together a team from Madras and Hyderabad. Thank you all.
कल क्यों आई तेरी याद रानी हाँ मुझे बहुत दिनों के बाद कुछ ऐसा लगा सोया हुआ दर्द फिर ऐसा जागा हाँ ऐसा जागा रानी आई याद तो तू भी आजा